Should we do the roll call anyway, or should we just skip it?
Let's do the roll
All right,
call.
let's do it. Let's do the roll call. Felicia, could you please call the roll?
Sure, give me 1 second. It's looking to finish up starting on Facebook here.
Oh,
There we
oh, I'm
go.
sorry. We didn't even finish up on Facebook. I thought we were on.
We're still loading.
Yeah, if we can take it from the top, that
Oh, we'll
would
take it from the top. No one will ever know. Fantastic. I feel like I'm in an Avengers movie. I got a do-over.
That was Natalia's best entrance. Her intro. That was amazing. You have to duplicate that. Of course, it wasn't online, right?
Yeah, right now.
Best intro ever.
Thank you. Oh, I love you guys. Okay. So let's see. So we are officially live, right?
Correct.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I will call the meeting to order. And so I believe we should start the meeting with a roll call. Would you honor us with a roll call, please, Felicia?
Sure. Alder Young,
Here.
Alder Mi'kmaq,
Here.
Alder West,
Here.
Alder Tate, the second,
Present.
and Chair Taft.
I am here. All right. That brings us to our first item of business, which was to approve the minutes of the last meeting. So do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
All right. Moved and seconded. I believe that was moved by Alder Young, seconded by Alder West, right? I think. So any discussion on that item? Okay, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? All right, motion carries. Next item is item 163-21. Felicia, please take it away.
We have the developers agreement for Savannah Grove subdivision in Mount Pleasant. Recommendation of the Waterworks Commission was to approve and refer to the Finance and Personnel. Staff recommendation to the Finance and Personnel Committee is to approve. Fiscal note, no cost incurred by the utility with the water main being turned over to the utility as CIAC. The developer will pay for all costs associated with the new water main, including design and construction related costs. And then we have interim general manager Mike Gitter here to speak on the item.
Okay, sir, you may proceed.
Good evening. Those that don't know me, as Felicia said, I'm Mike Gitter, Interim General Manager, Water Wastewater. So what you have before you is a developer's agreement following the retail water agreement. The developer is Sago Services. They would like to put in a small main for a small subdivision in Savannah Grove subdivision in Mount Pleasant to serve roughly 35 residences. And this agreement will require that the developer build this main to our specifications. They turn over the drawings at the end. They give us a 2-year warranty. And then it becomes a utility asset. And the utility maintains the main going forward into the future. This isn't anything new. We've done these kind of agreements many times before.
Okay, do we have any questions for Mr. Gitter on this item? Okay, thank you, Mr. Gitter, much appreciated. A motion would be in order at this time.
Move to approve.
Moved by Alder Tate. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alder West, thank you. Any further discussion on this item? Okay, seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, so everyone, for that. All right, next item is item 203-21.
We have a communication sponsored by Mayor Mason requesting to reclassify the position of Chief of Police from grade S to grade T on the compensation structure. Staff recommendation to Finance and Personnel is to approve. Fiscal note, salary range for a grade T is $114,088 through $146,681.60. Funds are included in the 2021 budget. And we have
Okay,
the Human Resources Director, Kate Coteau, here to speak on this item.
okay, please proceed. Thank you. Kate, are you there?
I
Oh, there.
am.
All
Can you
right,
hear, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. So I put this recommendation together based off of a market data, comparability, and then also just a desire to maintain competitiveness in this market for this very specific important position. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. But I can give you any additional insight. I do believe I listed most of it in my memo.
Okay, do we have any? I'm looking for questions here. I don't see any hands. Just to clarify, it's my understanding that the money has already been budgeted for this budget year.
That is my understanding, correct?
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, I don't see any other hands. So, Alder Tate II, I now see your hand. Please proceed, sir.
So I was just gonna ask if Ms. Coteau could, obviously we got the memo, but there are folks at home who perhaps didn't. So to kind of explain the rationale behind this particular move, what it means, and then ultimately what that means for any potential new hires as in the police chief position.
Absolutely. So this is based off of not only looking at the market internally, but externally, but also looking internally. It basically, we needed to update the salary range to maintain competitiveness. Our city is on the larger end, so we looked at some comparable communities who may have some similar demographics and things like that, to make sure that we would get the best candidate possible if we ever had to go to market, which we are in the process of having to go to market due to the retirement announcement from Chief Howell. In my professional opinion, I believe that this will allow us to get the best candidate possible. It was also confirmed by our compensation consultant, Carlson Detman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, a motion would be in order at this time.
Move to approve.
Moved by Alder Young,
Second.
seconded by Alder Tate II. Any further discussion on the item? Okay, seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thanks so much. Next item is item 204-21.
The communication sponsored by Mayor Mason requesting to change title of MIS Director to Chief Information Officer and reclassify the position from grade R to grade T and the compensation structure. Staff recommendation to the Finance and Personnel is to approve. Fiscal note, salary range for a grade T is $114,088 to $146,681.60. Funds are included in the 2021 budget. And we have Kate Coteau here to also speak on that item.
Okay,
right.
please proceed.
Thank you. Similar to the last item, following a market analysis and a recommendation from Carlson Detman, our compensation consultant, we are recommending that the position of Chief Information Officer, that would be a title change for the current MIS Director position to reflect changes in the expanded scope of the position, and then also the market competitiveness. So we looked at comparable community data along with the scope of the responsibilities of the position, and we feel that it should be moved to a T, grade T, and was also recommended by Carlson Detman to be moved to that grade as well.
Okay, are there any questions? Alder Young, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Question for Kathleen. This was also included in the budget, or am I correct?
It was indeed. I appropriated additional funds in the 2021 budget in anticipation of a new hire in this position. Anytime we have a director level position that is looking to come open, we know that there's going to be a consideration for the market value of that position, particularly those of the technical nature like MIS. So I did put some additional money in there, yes.
Thank you, Director Fisher.
Okay, are there any other comments or questions? Okay, seeing none, a motion would be in order at this time.
To approve.
Moved by Alder Meekma,
Second.
seconded by Alder Tate the second. Any further discussion on the item?
Yes.
Okay, yes, please
Thank you,
proceed.
Madam Chair. I guess my only question was, sequence wise, although this is going to be taken up altogether at the end of it, in terms of items, the changing of the title happens after the setting of the scale. And I'm wondering, is there any hiccups that come along with that, just in terms of order that we're taking these items up?
That I could not tell you. Anybody have any insight into that? The title versus the scale?
I don't believe so. I think you could take action either way. Scott, we added the last item because it does affect ordinance. So he knew where that sat on the agenda. I don't know if Marisa would have any opinion. If it's safer for you, you certainly could flip and take the other item first. Either one.
Is Marisa with us today?
I'm with you. I don't see there being a big issue with this. I think we can do it in the order it's stated, but if the preference is to switch it, that maybe that would be fine.
Would you like to
Second.
flip it?
No, I just wanted to check because I just noticed that we're changing the ordinance after. I mean, obviously the entire agenda will go before the council as it is anyway, but just want to double check, make sure we're crossing T's and dotting I's, et cetera. So
Well, we could move to defer this item and come back to it.
that's up to the chair.
Okay, just for why
I
not?
would
Let's,
just-
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, if we could not, I mean, we are trying to fill this position, and so if we can.
No,
reach
no,
clear-
I mean, not defer for next time, defer like just temporarily. Like,
it.
yeah, take up the next item. All right, I'm gonna, just because I want to be extra rule followy, what is the motion to pause? Can we pause this item to return? What's the word for that?
I don't think a pause is necessary. You can take up items on the agenda as you so see fit.
I
So
know, but we already
Natalia,
took it up.
Natalia, has somebody made a motion on it?
Oh, okay. All right, let's just vote on it then.
Right.
All right, so we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries then. So the next item is 209-21.
This item is communication sponsored by Mayor Mason requesting that the Racing Code of Ordinance be amended to change the title of Director of Information Systems to Chief Information Officer. Staff recommendation to the Finance and Personnel Committee be to approve with no fiscal note required.
Okay. So the first item actually included this item, so I don't know if it's moot at this point because the first item, the item just above says change the title and change the salary structure.
Yeah, so this item does have to be voted
Separate?
on
Okay.
because it's a change to the ordinance as well as a change to the charter ordinance. So
Okay,
Scott sent out an email a little bit earlier today on the semantics of that.
okay. All right, sounds good. Is there, are there any questions on this item? Alder Tate, please proceed, or is that just your hands just up from last time? Okay. Okay, so seeing no questions, a motion would be in order at this time.
Move to approve.
moved by Alder Young. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alder West. Okay, all in favor, or actually, is there any further discussion on this item? Okay, seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. That exhausts our agenda for today, I believe. Let me just double check. So we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Happy Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.